It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, presented by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And you know, the shots will be dropping tonight with James Harden on the floor. What makes him so hard to guard, Shaq?
Well, you know, I've never been a shooter, but I've played with a lot of shooters and I've studied their shots. I am a doctor, Ernie. So in analyzing his shot, he has a very controlled release no matter how many hands are in his face. As soon as he crosses half court, he's a threat to pull up.
Ernie.
Shaq the Quack.
Ernie.
I like that one, Ernie.
What am I doing?
You're doing that James Harden
I'm stirring
thing.
the pot, baby.
Yeah.
I'm stirring the pot, baby. I'm stirring. But the moment he gets you off balance, he puts you on that island, and then it's over, and it's over. This guy has an unbelievable knack to score. One of the best in the business that I've seen in a long time.
And he got that crazy Euro step.
Oh, the Euro.
I mean, that thing looks like a travel a lot of times.
No, it is. It's not a Euro step. It's a travel step. It's a vacation step.
Oh, okay.
It's a Euro vacation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I thought you were talking about his beard.
What does this mean?
He's on an island. He's stirring the pot. Whatever he's doing.
Whatever it means.
He's doing it.
Got it.
He's doing it.
Hey.
Got you on that island.
Kevin Harlan, you see us
Couldn't
doing
guard
this?
you.
You see us doing this? Looks pretty stupid, doesn't it? Yeah. Back to you.
That's what that means for real?
It's the city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of Houston's road schedule. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make a nice little push.
And they're 1-0 against them this season, and this is the final matchup. So a little bit of extra incentive tonight, knowing they have a chance for the season sweep.
Yeah, you have to expect that the other team will be looking to come out fast. May have to try to weather the storm. Maintain focus.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Brett Brown last season received an extension on his contract as head coach of the 76ers. It's been an uphill battle through the first 3 seasons of his tenure in Philly, but Brown has faith. He said, "We have started something extremely difficult, but it's going to end up extremely special. I see great things. I see daylight." Kevin?
Thanks, David. He's paid his dues. He deserves to see it through. The playoff picture becoming more clear as every day goes by. Chris, do you feel the 16 spots is the right amount of teams that should make the playoffs, make the postseason?
Yeah, I do. You can't have more than half. You can't have much more trying to make it to the playoffs. And then listen, every team shouldn't make the playoffs. There's winners and there's losers. You have to deal with it. So, I feel like, yes, that number of 16 is right on the mark.
Well said. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now here's Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Covington's shot is off. So it's the Rockets now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball is about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forth.
Yeah, you have to make the effort to gain position. Keep position. Go harder after rebounds. None of that was happening.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Stauskas kicks to McConnell. Embiid with the screen on Beverly. A shot by McConnell, no good. Here's Houston now. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, that was the focal point for them. Running a number of guys to the glass allowed them to completely overwhelm their opponent.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Anderson kicks to Harden. No good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucs the last time out.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Extremely accurate and efficient. A strong performance on the road. Took the fans right out of it.
Here is Harden. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
And with Capella and his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive limp, too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. But all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
And so he hits both.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Here's McConnell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And here's Stauskas from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
And Beverly kicks to Capella. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Opening up 1 for 4 is definitely not the ideal start they were hoping for.
McConnell passes to Embiid. The dish to Covington. Passes it to McConnell. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Has anyone read the scouting report? I mean, that's his game. He's always looking to get quality shots from that area when he can.
Here's Covington. Good D by Ariza. Rockets trail by 3. Kicks it to Beverly. Now the pass to Harden. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dishes it to Embiid. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the Sixers, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster's starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. And the Sixers have drafted for talent rather than for need. A lot of front court players. You wonder, Greg, how it would all fit in.
And I think especially for a young team with so many needs, you're best served going with the best player available. They've evaluated how the pieces fit, and now they can make the moves necessary to complete that puzzle.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, the crowning moment for the Rockets' franchise history has to be their back-to-back titles in '94 and '95. Jordan was out of the league, and it was time to shine for Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon led their team to their only 2 titles in franchise history.
And Ilyasova kicks to McConnell. Got that one up quick.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Anderson wide open. Another miss by Houston. And with the Rockets' pair of titles, what a scrappy group of teams those were. Drexler and Olajuwon were the stars, but everyone could play on their team.
But what is really wild about the '95 run is that the Rockets were a 6th seed. That was the lowest seeded team to ever win the NBA Finals.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries from 10. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Beverly with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ariza outside. Back to Beverly. Harden has a wide open look. Another miss by Houston.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Covington passes to McConnell. Embiid the screen. Back to Covington. Another three for Philadelphia.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
It's really the ideal start that any team wants. Now they have to ride this wave throughout the rest of the game. Now, some teams just always happen to have one position that is filled by a great player. For the Rockets, that position is center.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. James Harden is second.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Rockets trail by 10. And you look back, Chris, at the names of the centers for the Houston Rockets: Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming. I mean, incredible to have talent like that all in a row.
And most recently, Dwight Howard. But Hakeem is undoubtedly the best of the bunch, but all were arguably the best at their position when they played in Houston. The fans of the Rockets have been spoiled for decades with all the great big men that have played for their teams.
Now, here is Harden after the miss from Joel Embiid. Anderson. Back to Harden. Back to Capella. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shoots. They get it again.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Beverly dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
They set the pick. Stauskas kicks to Embiid. Left block shot on the way. Rockets trail by 10. Pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Capella. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Even with the suffocating defense, Capella keeps his composure, sinking these interior looks rather effortless.
Sarge is checked in for Joel Embiid. The Rockets shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Well, we know about a quarter of the league's players come from all over the map, all over the world. Who are some of the best foreign players in the NBA?
Well, you know, come on. For a long time, it's been Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, the Saul brothers. But now, you know, there's some other ones. You look at Al Horford, Steven Adams, and, of course, a young Kristaps Porzingis.
Yes.
These guys have something to show.
Absolutely. Now, Ariza. After the missed three from Dario Saric. There's the feed to Beverly. Ariza outside. Shot clock at 5. Not often you see him take that shot. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Philadelphia leading by 4. McConnell kicks to Saric. Pass to Ilyasova. 4-3, Covington. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Back to Beverly. Houston moving it around. Ariza no up. Philadelphia's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's McConnell. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Another miss by Philadelphia. On offense, here are the Rockets. It's been 8 unanswered points for them.
A frustrating start to this quarter.
Philadelphia shooting just about an even 40% to start. Covington passes to Stauskas. He kicks it to Ilyasova. 5 on the clock. Covington in the corner. Not really his range, and it's off target. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the 76ers.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
The 76ers leading by 4. They set the screen. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Harden. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in assists, second in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
The dish to Capella. Back to Harden. Lets it fly. Jump shot is good that time.
Oh, that's just great offensive skill, consistently helping his teammates generate points.
Here's McConnell. Passes to Sarge to end the drought. Connects from three-point range. Sarge has got his first 3 points of the game. Rockets trail by 5. Now, here is Harden. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Oh, and the Yeoman's work down on the boards, helping the team maximize the number of possessions.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
McConnell kicks to Sarge. Feeds to Ilyasova. For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
I like that style. Lose 3 points, get them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
And the 76ers setting an all-time record for patience as far as going young, Greg, and building through the draft. There's been a lot of losing along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of questions to their strategy. I mean, but the front office said their philosophy was trying to plant an orchard from seeds. They didn't want to buy apples, I guess. They wanted to grow them from the ground up. Boy, they better get that harvest moving fast.
And the 76ers with some changes. Noel's checked in for Ilyasova. Henderson comes in for Nick Stauskas. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Harrell comes in for Anderson. Sam Decker's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Beverly. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Nene setting the pick for Decker. Sweet little floater.
That's an aggressive approach to the rack, but still he calmly floated it in.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And here is Rodriguez. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's a screen by Noel. Covington's shot is off.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
Beverly dishes to Harrell. And that one's good. Beverly. And now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead.
Oh, and the D can't do enough with Beverly down there. I mean, he's just too clever for them with this interior shot.
Kicks to Covington, expanding his range. Here's Noel. Got a hand on it. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Rodriguez. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Covington's got 9 points. Houston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And there's the pass to Nene. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That free throw missing.
Now, by this point, we all know the approach the Houston Rockets front office has taken to assemble a team. Has made for some great years for Houston, but they have yet to turn the corner.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the 76ers. He hits the second from the line. And for the approach of the Rockets, a lot of it is looking for shots that are of high value, namely threes and free throws.
Well, most importantly, the players have bought in and embraced the approach. Not many players will be against the high-powered offense that gets up and down the floor.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Beverly kicks to Harrell. There's a screen. Decker with it. Holmes on him. Decker gets the bucket.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
Henderson kicks to Noel. Rodriguez outside. There's the 3. Rebound by Nene.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now Beverly. Nene, the screen. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. And it's Houston with another. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
And it's why they're shooting such a high percentage from the floor. They're willing to run the offense all the way through.
Houston in the lead. So on the floor for Houston. Harden out there with Gordon. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then it's Decker. Then it's Nene in at center. Taken away by Rodriguez. To the inside. Saric passes to Rodriguez. Inside. And it's Noel missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen James Harden become one of the most accomplished in the league at drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. And he makes no apologies for his style. He said free throws are a part of basketball. I'm not necessarily going in there and trying to draw a foul, but if a person can't guard you, he has to foul you. Or I'm going to score every single time. Kevin?
Maybe the toughest cover in the league, DA. Thank you.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for the 76ers. Henderson against Gordon. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. The 76ers third.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Dishes it to Henderson. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Houston. Nene's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And it's in there.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Rodriguez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Gordon. Brewer. No good. Shot missing. And Philadelphia the other way now. Down low. Stolen by Nene. Decker dishes to Harden. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Rodriguez. That free throw good from Harden. And modern NBA defenses have changed pretty dramatically since the league stopped enforcing man-to-man as the only strategy. What do you see from that change?
I see from that change guys kind of losing their skill one-on-one, having to score because they aren't used to playing against true defenses. I think sometimes it's a cop-out for the defense. I think the NBA is a different league. I think the NBA are the best players in the world, and therefore you should be able to guard your man one-on-one. I think that rule may have been put in place so that coaches can hide defenders on their team that can't play defense but yet still keep them as an integral part of the team on offense on the other end. So I'm definitely not a big fan of it, but hey, it's a rule, and if I were a coach, I'd definitely use it if I saw fit. But it's just so hard to rebound on defense, so easy for the offense to rebound because you can't see. You have to communicate that much more. But, hey, if you're playing against a team that is shooting the lights out and you want to stop penetration sometime, that may be the way to go, but not a big fan of the zone.
Like that. Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. Henderson with it. He dishes it to Noel. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's McConnell. The feed to Embiid. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And Nerlens Noel, already an exceptional defender, but his offensive game is still a work in progress.
Yeah, they're trying to develop his free throw shot, and I think they're hoping his elbow jumper improves along with it. He can already pass and slash from the high post, and if he gets that jumper going, he'll have the makings of a triple threat.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's a good screen. McConnell kicks to Noel. It's rebounded by Houston.
They have to be happy at least with how they set it up. Most of the time, that's a sure make.
Decker passes to Harden. Nene against Embiid. The fader. And that one goes long.
That was just textbook defense. As soon as he caught the ball, the D surrounded him.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Noel. Shot from the low block. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Sam Decker. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Chris, throughout your career, you spent a lot of time down low on the blocks, and we're seeing less of that now, those post-ups that were such a primary option when you played in teams' offenses. Does that concern you? Is that good or bad?
It's concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached in the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, the post is not about how tall you are. The post is about how the closer you are to the basket, you usually have an advantage. And if you have game, then that pump fake game down there work and get you to the foul line. And if you are a good passer, then it draws the double team. It changes the angle that the defense has to look inside and play. It helps slow the pace down sometimes in the playoffs when the game gets tough and a little bit more physical. And we can say that everybody's changed their game, but only one team wins a year. So, I don't know if the trend is necessarily not there with big guys not in the post when I look at guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin, Dwight Howard, Horford, Jordan, Zebo, the Gasol brothers. It's still a lot of post players out there, so I don't subscribe to that opinion that is less on the post. I just subscribe to the opinion that maybe coaches don't want to coach that way because guys have post game, but we just have to see if the game will change. But small ball right now is what everybody loves.
Great perspective.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
And they may have to address a number of things, including whether this is the right lineup.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Henderson kicks to McConnell. Embiid the screen. McConnell passes to Noel. For three, Covington. The 76ers with another miss.
And, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Oh, man, this is when the coach gives you the whistle. He needs to settle his guys down. Don't worry about the run. Go one possession at a time.
Now here's Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Gordon with another miss. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. Noel dishes to Henderson. Noel sets a screen for Henderson. Back to Noel. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And let's review some numbers for Trevor Ariza. Getting around 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
Strong take to get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
Good on the second free throw. Well, it's no secret, Chris, that Mike D'Antoni is an offensive-minded coach.
Well, everywhere he's gone, offense has not been the problem for his teams. He's long been regarded as the mastermind of one of the best offensive teams ever with the Suns. A lot of his assistants from those days are now head coaches in the league or in front offices.
Here's McConnell following the score by Trevor Ariza. Henderson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Henderson kicks to Embiid. And the shot falls short this time.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. He can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After Eric Gordon's miss,